Good evening and welcome to Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast, where we come to you every Wednesday to inspire, to encourage, and to empower you to live a healthier lifestyle. We, let me tell you, the purpose of this podcast is to shed some light on the whole individual. We want to look at the whole individually, spiritually. We want to look at them socially. We want to look at them physically, financially, emotionally, and I think I said social. Did I say them all? I think I said all of them. So we want to make sure that we are encompassing the whole individual, and the purpose is to help you live a healthier lifestyle. And all these things affect you in some way or another. So last week, or this is the end of the month, I'm going to start doing some other things. I'm Anna. I'm an author. I'm a retired school teacher. And I'm an entrepreneur. I'm the owner of the Jazzy Jewels collection, where we put a little jazz in your step with our Jazzy Jewels. I'm also a health consultant, and I am a certified cake uh, instructor as well. So, the reason that I started this podcast was I found that I was lacking in some areas, especially when my mother was sick. So, since I was lacking, I figure, maybe other people are lacking too. And my purpose and only purpose is to provide information and knowledge to help you live that healthier lifestyle. So, the beginning of this month, we kind of looked at where we stood with our resolutions and everything. But something else was playing heavy on my mind because it has happened to me so many times that, and most people don't talk about it. And so I thought that I needed to maybe shed a little light on that, and that was scams. And so this evening, I am going to go over some of the common scams that are out here and kind of tell you how you can protect yourself from these things. But you have to be very, very, very careful because they're very, very, very slick. And then next week, I am going to have a special guest on, and that guest will be talking to you about um, credit repair as well as ways to help you in identity theft as well. So, but this week or this Wednesday, I am going to talk about scamming. But before I do that, I do want to say this. Thank you, everyone, about my Facebook account. If you notice, I'm still not on here. I have enough viewers to come on, but my Facebook account is new now. So now I have to wait 2 months before I can go live on Facebook again. At least 60 days, is what they said. So, with that in mind, I will be, I'm attempting to go on Instagram, but I had difficulty this evening. So make sure you check my YouTube channel as well. And I am also on uh, my CTR Media Network. I'm streaming on all those apps, Spotify and all of those. I'm still streaming. It's just Facebook that was affected. So, but I will be giving that account out once I reach the level, and it will be on here so that you may uh, participate. But I do go live on Instagram, and so this is my Instagram account. Somehow or another, something went wrong this evening, and I see that it is not there. I don't know what happened, so I will look into that as well. I do have a bit. This is my bit. So this is my website, and you can go there, as well as you can go to ctrmedianetwork.com. Sweet blessings. And there you can find my pricing as well. And I'm asking also if you're interested in advertising or becoming a sponsor or placing a commercial or even being a guest on my program, you can secure a spot at Lucine1 at gmail.com. That is my email address, my business email address there, and I will put it down at the bottom for you to do that. I ask that all since I'm going through this trials and tribulations with the social media, with Facebook. I'm asking that everyone please, please, please share, follow, subscribe to all of my, and like, and to all of my channels, and especially my YouTube channel. I am really trying to increase my viewers there. So if you could do that, I would greatly appreciate that as well. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to take a brief commercial break. And then when I come back, I'm going to talk about the common scams that are out here. And I'm going to try to give you some type of an example of each one of those scams as well. So here we go.
Does this resonate with you? Has a company ripped you off in the past? SettleShark is changing how consumers get money back from companies. SettleShark assists consumers during the entire process, from beginning to end. Our process is simple, convenient, affordable, and powerful. You're in control. We are here to help you. Contact us today at www.settleshark.com or call 1-888-704-0708.
Okay, we are back and welcome. I'm Anna. I am the host of Sweet Blessings, the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast. And today we're going to be talking about scams. All right, let me bring up my slide now so that you can see it. Common scams and how to protect yourself. Now, it's about 10 of them. And I'm going to try to give you an example. Some of them are going to be personal, and some of them, I just heard of another one on television today. It's just amazing how gifted these individuals are and how crafty they are in getting your information and so forth. So, warning, scam alert. This is why I'm doing this, because it's just so much of it happening, and it has happened to me so many times that I can't even begin to fathom. Now, if you don't know what a scam is, scams are deceptive schemes or tricks used to cheat people out of their money or their personal information. And so you have to be very, very careful, because this world is a digital world now. And so it's kind of, people have a tendency to get into your information and things like that. So let's get right into it. Types of schemes. So phishing schemes. Now, the phishing schemes are fraudulent attempts to obtain sensitive information by disguising as a trustworthy entity in electronic communications, commonly done through email, social media, or a fake website. So you'll get emails, or I get a lot of text messages, about different companies and things like that. I've even gotten emails. Okay, sometimes you might go to a fake website, and your computer will immediately, if you got the virus or McAfee or Norton or what, all of those, it will immediately let you know that that it is an unsafe website. I do recommend that people get some type of antivirus. Now they're building the antivirus malware into the computers. The programmers who make the computers are doing that now, because not only they targeting individuals, but they're targeting big companies. So when I say that, I have been my stuff has been AT&T right now has a something out where they have been breached. I mean, almost all of the credit cards, but AT&T has and it affected me. Okay, so I'm telling you to please, please, please. That's why I'm doing this, because please, please, please be very, very careful out there. Let's move on to the next one. Um, Tech support scams. These are scammers claiming to be tech support agents from well known companies, convincing victims that their computers are infected with malware and charging them for unnecessary services or stealing personal information. So, this here happened to me recently, and I think it happened because, remember, I told you AT&T my was breached, and so my account, and they had all my information, and so they did a number of things. The first thing I can say that they did was they went and bought phones on my number. And the next thing is, because they got all that information, they were able to kind of like tap into my computer. So I got the one day I was there, and this big boom, 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 boom was on there. So immediately it said Microsoft. So I thought it was Microsoft, but it was a scam. Okay. So you have to be, and they were so professional. Um, they were so professional with it. And I'll tell you a little bit more about it as we go on. But that is what is called a tech support scam. So be leery of those warnings that you get on your computer that say, warning, you have a virus or something. That is someone has infiltrated your computer, and you need to get it off. That's all I can tell you. You most of the time, uh, you have to take it to a computer repair shop, and they can go in and get it, get all of those things out. And it's let me go on, because I could go on and on about this. So let's look at the another type. So this is another one: lottery and sweepstakes scams. Victims are informed they have won a large sum of money or prize, but must pay fees or taxes up front to claim their winnings. Now, I have not been involved in one of these, I will say that, but I have heard of these schemes. This is probably the only one that I have not been involved in, where and I might have gotten. I'm going to take that back, because I remember a long time ago, um, but they didn't ask me for any money, but it was the publishing clearinghouse. They said that I had won the prize, and I had to do such and such and such to get it. If I do remember, if I do recall, that did happen. So, I just be leery, and I'm trying to make you more aware of the things out there. So if they come toward you, you will know as well. And so that is the lottery. Let's look at the next one, which most people might be familiar with this one, and that's the romance scams. And a while back, I remember watching, Dr. Phil, and um, where these when people were giving out money and stuff to these people they had never seen. And, all those are, on, and they prey on dating sites. Okay, so they use dating sites for that. So it's a romance scam. Scammers create fake profiles on dating sites or social media to establish romantic relationships and eventually extort money from their victims. It's sad that that happens, but it does happen, because what happens is they prey on people who are lonely and want to be with some, they don't want to live their life lonely, without someone. And so, you know, but it's sad that people are like that. But I just want to make sure that you are aware of all the types of scams that are out here, because it is a lot of them. So let's look at another one, and then we're going to take a brief commercial break. Um, Again, the next one is an investment scheme, a scam. And this is a fraudulent investment opportunity that promises high returns with little risk. And the common examples include the schemes and pump and dump schemes. Also, I believe that the pyramid would fall up under this. You invest your money and, and stuff like that. That's another type of uh, uh, it's another type of a scam that people. I've never been involved in one like this, but I've heard of one. I've heard where you invest this so much money, and then the next person come along, they invest, and so you get. It's a backward and forward thing. I'm always leery of stuff like that, so I just normally don't. Um, get involved in those type of things. So let's just take another little brief commercial, and then we'll be right back, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about the types of scams. All right, we're back, and we are going to talk. Where I'm Anna, just give you a fresh refresher. I'm the host of Sweet Blessings. And we're here today to talk about scams, the different types of scams that's out here in our that we're in, and what's happening with people. And these some of these just happened to me recently, and that's why I decided I needed to kind of talk a little bit about these and maybe possibly get people help, because when I opened up about it, what has happened to me, other people have opened up about some of the things that has happened to them. And I'm gonna, before I leave, I hope I don't forget. I want to tell you what I heard on television today. This today on the news, this was going on today. All right, this is another one, and this one happens quite a bit. Online shopping scams, fake online stores or fraudulent listings or legitimate platforms that take money without delivering the promised goods. Now, I know for a fact that it's not Amazon, but they have used Amazon's, I guess, logo or whatever. Um, and people have ordered, and it has been fraudulent. Sometimes people order on Facebook on some of those companies or other companies, and they never get their product. So those are fake online stores, and they list things. They list things, and then they're fraudulent. I've even, sometimes there was an exercise company that did advertised, and then when I looked into it, it was fake. It was fake. It was a fake company. You couldn't, and just something just told me to do a little research on it. And that company came up, and you can do that. You can do that. You can do research on these companies, and they will let you know if whether or not it's a fraud, or whether or not there's a red flag on it. So keep that in mind, and your bank also, because you can set it up so your bank will give you a red flag or something. Everything flags with me. Ding, 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 ding. Everything flags because I've had it. So I've even had a company charge me monthly for something that I did not never ever had. I just saw that on that, and this has made me be more I don't know how you want to say it, more focused on my bills and everything, and looking at all the fine tooth things, because that's how I found out. Well, AT&T, I found out a different way, but that's how I found out about some of the things that was being that is being done to me on that with the online and everything else. So charity scams. These scammers pose as representatives of legitimate charities, especially after a natural disaster or during holiday season to collect donations. Now, uh, sometimes the what is it called, the police federation, they call and ask for donations, and I used to give donations. Now I don't give any donations over the phone, none whatsoever. I don't care if you send me anything, because I've been scammed. And so I just don't give, donations. They can send me an envelope. I still don't do it because I don't know if that, it might be a legitimate thing, but I don't know. It's just been so many scams going on, and it's just so many things where I just don't give out my information at all. But during the holiday seasons, oh, there's a lot going on. Credit cards, all kinds of stuff going on during the holiday season. So just be mindful of that as well when you're doing your holiday season. It's almost you doing it on. If you're doing it online, you still got to be very, very careful of that as well. So let's move on. Let's see what else is happening here. Uh, Impersonation scams. Y'all probably didn't know all this was going on. These type of scams was going on. Scammers pretending to be someone the victim knows, or a figure of authority such as a family member in distress, a government official, or a law enforcement officer, to manipulate victims into sending money or providing personal information. So as I go back and I want to kind of expound on the when they hacked into my computer, and they said, "Well, we're getting ready." I talked to several people. I'm telling you, they professional. I talked to several people, and then they said, "Well, now we want to get you over to the I think it's called the Federal Trade Commission, so that you can talk to a representative there." Now, I want to tell you that there is a Federal Trade Commission, and it's set up to help you with these type of things, but usually you have to call them. They don't call you. Okay. So I just wanted to let you know. But this is what they told me. And I just kind of did a little research, and I said, this is not right. My gut feeling is telling me that this is not right. So I moved on. I'm just, sir. Oh, and they threatened me. I'm telling you, they threatened me. They said that they was from, and that the the federal marshals were going to come and arrest me the next day, just trying to put that fear into you. And I said, well, I'm sorry, they just gonna have to come and arrest me because it's not going on. Okay. And so, needless to say, I'm still here today. So, what does that tell you? That was someone impersonating the government. Oh my God. I'm telling you, you just don't know what to believe, who to believe. Or you know what I'm saying? So let me move on. And this is going to be a short live. It won't be as long as all of my other lives. But I wanted you to or all of my other episodes, I wanted you to be aware of the different types of scams that are out here. Now, there's a job scam. And sometimes if you look and people looking in the paper and you see the ads in the paper, sometimes it might be a fake job listing or employment offering that requires upfront fees for training, background checks, or other expenses, or other expenses, or that ask for personal information for your identity theft. And so I'm telling you, you just have to be on the lookout and be very, very, very careful out here because of that job. You're looking for a job and you find one you think you want to participate or apply for, and it's a scam. So be careful of that as well. So I'm going to talk to you about one more, and then we're going to take another commercial break. And then I'm going to come back and talk to you about how you protect yourself from the scams. All right. So the next one is debt relief and credit repair. So you see these companies out here, and they make promises that they cannot keep. Okay. So the companies that promise to reduce your debt or improve credit scores for a fee, but fail to deliver on the promises and often leave victims in worse financial situations. So I'm telling you, you have to be mindful also of the people who are out there saying that they're going to help you. It's sad that that is happening, but it does happen, and I just don't know what to say about it. All right, let's take this commercial break, and then we'll be back.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.
Hello and welcome back. We are talking about scams and scammers who try to scam you out of your money or your personal information. They steal your identity. And so this is happening quite a bit. And before I go into how you protect yourself, just today I was listening to the news, and there was a guy on there where his identity had been stolen. They had stole all of his identity, and they had gotten a job under his identity to drive, like do something. It was similar to like DoorDash or uh, Uber or something like that, and they were working under his name. They had stole his identity. So it I was just, you can't even have a job nowadays. So I'm telling you, be very, 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 very mindful of what is out here in this world. So let's now talk about what can we do to protect ourselves from scams. Just what I just said. You want to be cautious of unsolicited communication. I get communication all the time. And you know what? I did put my number on the national registry so that I would not get spam calls and all of that. I don't think that works. Okay, because I still get them. And so my girlfriend, I don't know if you all know this, but I'm going to pass this on to you. I did not know that you could put those type of calls on silent on your phone, where they would still ring, because they would ring all the time on mine. It would still ring until my number finally, I guess, until they finally stop. But you can go into your phone and put a silent on those risks or unwanted calls that you want, and that does work, and it keeps it from doing all of that ringing. And I know it's a spam because they don't leave a message. If they leave a message, then normally I will call them back, but most of the time it's not. Uh, then the second thing that you really want to do is to verify the legitimacy of the sender or the offer. So it was like when the guy told me he was from the Federal Trade uh, Commission. I immediately asked him, for ID, and he said, "Well, I gave you my name and my ID." And I said, "Well, I can give you my name," in which I did. I gave him my name and a few little numbers afterwards. Nothing, just some random numbers. And I said, "Now, do you know any more about me?" Oh, I questioned this person. I know they were sick of me by the time I was finished. But I'm telling you, need to try to verify. Don't let them trip you up, because that's what they were doing, trying to trip me up and have that fear. Sometimes I just don't. But this one here seemed so legit that I was talking to him. Okay. So that's why I tell you to be very, very mindful and very, very careful. Never provide personal information or send money to unknown individuals or entities. Never, never do that. And now this one here gets me. Use strong, unique passwords for online accounts and enable two-factor authentication where possible. Well, let me tell you about this. So they hacked my um, Facebook account. Now the hackers could get in, but believe me, I could not recover my account. Isn't that something? The hackers could get in. They didn't have any problem getting in. It's my account, but I can't get in. Okay. And I don't care what Facebook says about that two-step verification and all them codes. And I tried to say I'm a senior. They need a better system. Because I'm a senior. I can't do all that. I just can't. That's why I don't even try. So anybody that has that old account is gone. In fact, I believe today was the last day. And so that's why I went on and I started another account, because I will not be able to retrieve it. I tried to retrieve it. And so it's a hurting thing. It hurt me to no ends, but I have to do what I got to do. And so the other thing that you want to do is that you want to monitor your financial statements and credit reports regularly for unauthorized activities. And that is where I was kind of lacking in. That's why some of those things happened. That's what happened with AT&T. Really, with AT&T, I went to use my phone and could not. And when I called them to inquire why I couldn't use my phone, we couldn't figure it out until the lady said, "Well, Miss Brothers, you 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 just bought a new phone, a new I-14," and I didn't have an I-14. That's how we caught it. So if and the things that they put you through, someone else did the same thing. The things that they put you through, but they didn't put the other people through that hacked it or whatever they did. AT&T, they didn't do that, and it happened to me with AT&T twice. And the thing about it is, they said that I told them it had to be an inside job, and they argued me down. Oh, no, 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 couldn't be. But now here lately, I've gotten a letter from AT&T where some things that I have to take some precautions because they went into um, their system was breached, and so a lot of people's information was was taken. So now I've got it set up on my computer that anytime anything is breached, anything that I have that's breached, it will let me know right away, and I have to go in and you have to go in and change your passwords. That's just what you have to do. It's sad that that's the way it is, but it is. So we're gonna take one more um, uh, brief commercial break, and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna summarize what kind of like what I talked about a little bit this evening.
Join the She Trucking Foundation today and be a part of a supportive community of women in the trucking industry. Unlock exclusive access to valuable resources, including mentorship, educational workshops, and networking opportunities. Whether you're an experienced professional or just starting your trucking journey, She Trucking is here to empower you and help you thrive. Visit www.shetrucking.com to join us and drive your trucking career to new heights.
All righty, so we're here. I'm Anna, and we are talking about scams. And so this is a summary. So this is what you do. If you suspect you've been targeted by a scam, report it to relevant authorities, such as the Federal Trade Commission. Remember what I said? Because the guy that called me said he was from the Federal Trade Commission in the United States, and take steps to protect your personal financial information. Once you report it to the Federal Trade Commission, there are some steps that they will have you take, um, and with to help you in protecting. Also, AARP is another organization that can help you as well as trying to, they will guide you and tell you what you need to do. You want to look at relevant or organizations that have a good reputation. Now, and I don't want people to think that AARP does things just for seniors, because they don't. They have things for everyone. So to keep that in mind, and they're there to help everyone. Okay. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for uh, attending this. And my podcast on scams is just so, I thought it was very, very important for me to relay this to the audience, because so many people are being scammed every day. And it's sad. I wish those people that were doing that would take that smarts and all of those things and apply them for the good instead of the bad. And so I want to thank you again for attending. And I hope that in some kind of way this evening I have inspired you. I hope that I have encouraged you. And I also hope that I have empowered you to live a healthier lifestyle. Next week, I will have a special guest. She is the founder of, I'm going to show it. I don't want to say it right now because I might say the wrong thing. I might give you the wrong thing, but I do have upcoming events that is going on. And let me see if I can add this to this. All right. Her name is Michelle Green. And Michelle is a financial advisor, and she's a professional credit um, analyst. She's a business and life coach, and she's also the founder of the Kingdom Builder Credit Repair. Um, She is a founder of the Kingdom Building Business University, KBBU, and I have asked her to come on next week. So make sure you tune in 7:30 Central Standard Time, and she's going to come on and talk to us a little bit about what we need to do um, for the kingdom, for to get our credit and all of those things, and for identity theft and those things like that. So make sure that you tune in. It should be very, very interesting as well as educational. And so I want to, like I said, thank you again for attending. And I'm going to bid you well with my 3 L's. You know, I always in my program with my 3 L's. And that is, you want to live your life. Live your life, y'all. Live your life to the fullest. And I always say, you know, live your life to the fullest, but do things that make you happy. Life is hard. It's not an easy thing. And guess what? There's going to be obstacles. But we must learn to deal with those obstacles. Okay, so live your life. The second thing is to laugh. Make sure you find somewhere in your day to laugh, because laughter is good for the soul. And so you want to make sure that you laugh and make other people laugh. Somebody can really be feeling down and you can turn it around. So think about that. Show some type of kindness to someone. And then the last thing is love. Love. Just the sound of it sounds great, doesn't it? So you want to love yourself. Self-love. Self-love, I'm going to tell you, is the most important love there is. Because if you are, I don't know if you all watch RuPaul, but RuPaul said, if you can't love yourself, who could you love? Okay, so you must learn to love yourself. Give yourself that love. And with that, I'm going to say bye-bye. I hope to see you next Wednesday to see with my special guest, Michelle Green. Have a great one, y'all. Bye-bye.